Welcome to the GloryVsFailure podcast. It's your boy Pat Easy, aka Easy Like Sunday Morning, aka Steez Ease. And I'm gonna pass it off to my GVF crew right here, starting with my pal to the left.
Well, you already know what it is. It's your boy A to the RT, aka Art Light, aka the Artemis Triple X, aka the Master Dangalang Swing, aka Young Samson, JR Samson, the Crumpin' Sensation. Yeah, fuck all.
I think it's a long-winded as hell. It's your boy Taj in the building, your favorite brunch connoisseur, poet, a gentleman, and a scholar in the building. Episode 2.
Looking dapper, damn. As you can see.
Fit, bro.
But yeah, I couldn't let that go by, guys. I couldn't let that go by. I was holding it for the longest. Pause. So, how are you guys feeling today?
I'm feeling Gucci right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's a Saturday. It's nice outside.
Very nice.
I mean, I hate the winter, but fuck it. It's almost over.
I prefer the cold, unless it's gonna be like summer, but I feel good. I'm happy that we're here. Episode 2. I have a 3-day weekend. President's Day. Nice. Brunch tomorrow.
Ooh, Brunch Poppy's back. He's back in the streets. Hide them all. He's coming. But yeah, man, I'm feeling great. My daughter's birthday party's today, guys.
Shout out to my niece.
Yeah, boy.
You already know, man. She's turning 4 on the 22nd, but it's gonna be fun, man. We're all gonna be there later on tonight, and we're gonna enjoy the celebration. We getting old, so it's gonna bring a tear to my eye to see her.
Y'all getting old.
He felt that way. He was like,
I'm not old.
Y'all.
I still got some years on me.
That's true, man. We're not about to put the old age on you, man. But we still out here young and living.
Yeah. Doing your thing.
Yeah, that's true. But getting to the scope of things, getting into business, guys. Yes. So, we talked about the Super Bowl a couple episodes ago, but we did not touch on Rihanna's halftime performance. Did you guys see it?
I did. Popped out with the belly and all that.
Man. I was like, what's that?
With the belly. Pop out.
She didn't wait at all. She couldn't have waited. Her first child is 1, not even 1 yet. And
my boy ASAP.
He was quick to ASAP.
Yeah, you was on. Shoot the club up, make sure she ain't going nowhere. I feel you on that big dog.
The memes was crazy.
I kind of was. Yeah, the memes been going ham, man. The Super Smash Brothers.
Oh my God!
When she's on the stage,
bro.
A new character has appeared, and it's her face like this, is looking, and she's standing on the stand.
Everything about that whole performance, the whole halftime show was just very symbolic.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing symbolic shit. It was interesting.
Mm-hmm. They tried to say that it was Illuminati based and things like that, but she came out and said that this was all a tribute to Kanye. From the blood, bread.
I did it for Ye. I did it for
Yeezy taught me.
Okay.
The jacket went hard.
The jacket, the boot, the bubble boots, and also the platform performance. When he did his famous concert in Madison Square Garden, he had the rotating stage over the crowd just performing. Very iconic. He was one of the first people to do that. So the fact that she did that, and I missed it being such a Kanye West fan my entire life. I'm like, wow, how did I not see the signs? I just seen all the dancers dancing doing the baboon shit.
Y'all got to For the listeners that can see they walking right now.
Oh, that shit was hilarious.
Yo.
It was good shit though.
Nah, great meme content though.
You knew a couple of dancers on that stage though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yo, man. I mean, Riri. Who else? Riri, Travis Scott. A lot of them use a lot of New York dances, in those big performances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I would say, once again, awesome performance. I didn't have no problems with it. I wasn't even a hater because she was pregnant, and it's just A$AP Rocky doing his thing. But yeah, you got that, girl. Shout out to you. But moving on. Did you guys hear about? There was this situation in Idaho with the water got contaminated over there, poisonous cancer water, and it killed most of the livestock. They're calling it something like Chernobyl because it has something to do involving chemicals.
No, I did. I saw a meme, but I didn't really see. I didn't read it too much.
I get what they're saying, but nothing will ever be as bad as Chernobyl. That's an entire.
I mean,
Chernobyl is a country in the Czech Republic, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Czech Republic, and there was just a reactor that just boomed, and people believe that there's zombies and all types of creatures that live there right now. But you can't go in with we can't go within 15 meters of the fucking place without catching radioactive contamination. And that's been for years, like years.
I never heard of that either, man.
The thing that's scary and that caught my eye. No, go ahead.
No, I said I could be wrong. You can fact check me.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close somewhere.
But the thing that caught my eye, which is why I brought it up, is because that the water in that area is water for 6 surrounding states.
Right.
It's like,
yeah.
I'm just at the store looking at my Poland Spring, and since you're like,
you don't know.
yeah, you know, like, especially if it's coming from Idaho, you know.
Man,
I don't know.
I just feel like the government. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like DaBaby said it the best way.
That's a random name to know.
I feel like DaBaby.
Shout out DaBaby.
Said it the best. He's like, Flint water beer fucked up. Ain't nobody sent nobody here to help us.
I'm not trying to laugh at that joke.
That's my song.
But yeah, it's my song too, but it's just it's so random how you pulled that out.
They ain't sent nobody there to help them.
The government has dropped the ball a lot, like on a lot of stuff. Even like thinking about the COVID pandemic, people knew about that a long time ago before it really hit us.
That's facts.
They've been dropping the ball.
It's been around for years.
Watch what you're drinking and taking into your body, people. Point blank, period.
Pause.
These people don't love us. Yeah, pause. These people do not love us, man. The government don't love us, all right? But speaking of government, you know, one of our favorite rappers here at the show, Sleepy Hallow, he's finally released. Give it up, clap it up for him, clap it up, you know. Clap it up for my boy. You know, he was indicted on gun charges about last year around the same time, February 12th, you know, 2022. He finally got out not too long ago, February 13th, 2023. Mm-hmm. How do y'all fellas feel about that? I feel like he need more, you know. He's back. Come on, give us music.
Give us all the BK.
Give us all the BK Batman voice.
Nah, him and Chef. Shout out to them. Like they definitely be putting on for the city.
Facts,
and free Chef too. That's my birthday twin.
Oh yeah, free Chef, man. He's still in there. Wow, I didn't know that.
Still locked up, but hopefully we get more music, you know, from them.
Yeah, a lot of niggas that go in and come out, you know, they start going slow on their music, and we like, I don't want that to happen. You better keep going. Stop playing it chill. Yeah, Bobby went slow. I mean,
he wasn't really like. I'm not gonna say he wasn't talented, but he definitely had like a one-hit wonder type vibe.
No, I mean he got some bangers, but they were like underground clubs and bangers. You feel me? Like
I feel like
Computers was a banger.
It was.
That wasn't really his song.
Exactly. I feel like Bobby Shmurda was on to something right before he got locked up, because he was going to collab with the Migos and they was going to make the Shmigos tape.
Yeah.
But then he got locked up.
Yeah.
But then he came back and it's like that sound then gone.
That's
Migos don't even sound the same.
And what's even crazier, because he said it himself in his interview. He's like, I'm out. I ain't talking about no guns. It's just bitches. I've been in prison the whole time. It's bitches. It's gonna be bitches. And lo and behold, he made the video and he just looked at the bitches.
Nah, he's a wild boy, man. He's been out here living his life, like dancing how he want and all that.
My Club.
Yeah.
Hey. Live life. That's how I'm feeling.
Speaking of bowling, this might be a little bit out of our our list right now.
Let's hear it.
When you said bowling and we talk about niggas that's getting out of prison, I heard the Biggerville is getting out.
Yeah, so they're saying April.
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if it's real, if it's not. Like, if Max B gets out, will his impression or his influence on music be the same as when he went in? Because even while he was in, everybody was still jacking. His music is still the influence. You feel me?
So 2 things to that. He dropped music recently in the cell. It sounds the same, but it's still good in a weird way. Also, we heard this before throughout the years. Oh, he's gonna get out. It's also French that keeps telling us this. Every time French got, I don't want to make it seem like every time he got a project or something on the way, he tells us, oh yeah, Max about to get out. I just got off the phone with him, but I heard him say like 3 times.
You think it's to sell records?
No. But we don't know, man. Anything can be a marketing employee now, especially in the age of social media. But fingers crossed that the Max Biggerville get out.
Yeah, I hope his music prospers.
I hope his music hits.
You know, hey babe, won't you get in the truck?
Let's hear it.
Get a little lit, slide up in the cut. Get the Vaseline, let me fuck your butt.
It ain't that serious.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably kill me, but I do not listen to that person.
You don't listen to Big? Oh man, Max B was that. He was the wavy baby.
Max B was alright, man. You gotta give him a chance though.
Yeah, he was the only nigga. Well, I can't say that now, but he was the only nigga I knew that was in prison still making tracks.
He was a vibe.
And then we got Draco, but R.P. Draco.
Yeah, right. But just moving on. So I know Valentine's Day passed, and we didn't really get to touch on it in the show. So I feel like we can touch on it now. How was y'all Valentine's Day? I have to ask.
I don't celebrate pagan holidays.
I don't celebrate pagan holidays.
I think it's like any other day, but I don't know. I think it depends on your relationship. I'm not in one currently, so I don't really do nothing.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of Galentines, a lot of girls in lingerie on the IG, all of that. Any
moment or holiday to show out and show some extra skin, I say do it.
I'm crying.
I say do it. To me, like, I didn't really. I ain't really follow the holiday either because I'm single. I'm not even focused on that stuff. But to be honest, like I lived through you guys. I watched the social medias.
The roses.
I seen the roses. I seen the same hotel
Both type
rooms.
of roses.
Yeah, we seen them. We seen the restaurants. We seen all of that, all right? We seen the bouquets with the $100 bills. We seen all of that, man.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of girls was getting themselves gifts and taking pictures.
I feel like it. I remember high school, niggas used to do that.
They still
I
doing
got
that.
bitches on my dick. Yeah, they gave me this, they gave me that. And then we be like, let me see the card.
Let me pull the card.
Let me see the card, my nigga. Let me see the card.
Terrible.
That's interesting.
Nasty word.
What the hell is
Damn,
Galentines?
we all didn't do nothing. Galentines? Oh,
What is
Galentines is
The fuck?
well, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's basically like when the women basically celebrate.
Galentines.
They basically celebrate Valentine's Day amongst themselves. It's like a celebration.
Amongst themselves.
Yes, I know a few women that do, a couple get-togethers that's party and it's themed. Like one chick I know, she did one where she had like you
Sounds
come
like
in, you pick your favorite condom.
Sounds like a lot of cat lady stuff to me.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean,
alone. You don't got nobody. Just the cats.
Don't do that. Nah, I know a couple Galentine's Day parties that was jumping. Them drinks was jumping. I was kind of sad, like, yo, you ain't invite me. Like, we like this.
Are men invited to?
No, that's the point.
Oh, see, that's trash.
Come on. No.
You already got a day that's pretty much dedicated to y'all, like.
Yeah, that's true.
But then allegedly there's another holiday out there called the Sweetest Day or Sweetness Day or something like that.
I never heard of that.
Yeah. So I recently saw it on Twitter somewhere, and I was just like,
Sweetest
I never
Day.
heard of this, but. I'm gonna look into it and see what the hell it's about.
The
But it's
Sweetest
basically
Day,
like basically from what I'm reading, it's like the opposite for the guys. For the girls to do for the guys.
We need to push that.
I don't know if I'm jacking that. I don't know.
But we gotta change the name. It can't be.
I'm anti-social.
That's crazy.
Sweetest Day or some shit. Listen.
Yo, listen. You can't bother me today. It's the sweetest day. Nah, it don't flow.
Nah, I'm
I don't think we're gonna be able to do
But that's
that.
funny because one of my coworkers, she asked me like, "Oh, do guys do anything?" So it's crazy that you have a name to it. I looked at her like, "What? No, we don't do nothing on Valentine's Day."
I feel like we need to step it up as men though, bro. Come on, like we not doing like we didn't do nothing for Valentine's Day. Nothing. We didn't hit up nobody. We didn't hit up no old flames. Nobody that we. Dang, man.
That sounds like a lot of beta shit to me.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Oh wow. Well, speaking of that, your boy Little Durk, he tried it.
he did.
He tried it.
He did.
He tried it with his.
India
He
does
tried
not
it with
look
India.
like India.
She told him to move on social media, and they got like millions of followers. So it's like, how you take rejection like that, bro? Like,
Bro, she been.
he stood on business. He was like, listen, I posted that because I wanted to.
he's still
Stand
Stood
up.
on business.
Stand up.
Here,
Stand up.
stand up.
She said, "Let it go." That's what you gotta do. Let it go.
Yeah, let it go is hard, bro. Like,
I'm pretty sure it's because he been doing dirt.
yeah, of course. Like, I mean,
She's tired of it. The money's not. It's not hitting no more.
once they're done mentally, they out the door. But yeah, I mean, wow, Lil Durk. Hope it gets better for you, I guess. I don't think you're really worried about it like that. But just moving on to something that I enjoy, which is fashion. Rest in peace, Virgil. He was the creative director of Louis Vuitton. He had all different types of styles and pieces and designs that.
I thought that was Dante's brother.
This guy's crazy. Shout out Dante and Virgil from Devil May Cry and the Devil May Cry series, but we're talking about Virgil Abloh. Let me stop. But yeah, he passed away, and there was no one at the head for a while. They let a couple people do a couple pieces, couple collections, but they have named a new creative director. It is Pharrell, surprisingly to me.
Want to give him a round of applause?
Yeah, round of applause. Black man, do your thing, black man.
Especially during Black History Month.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
That must be great for you. But to be honest, it's like, I didn't know that he would be so interested to take up that role.
As of
but he's been into,
Versace.
like,
He's a visionary when it comes to fashion because he designed the Chanel glasses, the tortoiseshell ones.
Like,
He did the
like, think about his jewelry and stuff like that. Like,
That's
that's
true.
The Gandalf hat, bro.
the human
Y'all
human
forgot
race
about
sneakers.
that era?
Yeah.
The what?
The Gandalf hat? Y'all forgot about that era, man? Come on.
He didn't
pulled
make
it
that
off.
poppin' though.
He did, because it was around a lot. Listen. If he can make the Gandalf hat poppin', why are niggas wearing Astro?
Viewers.
Are you talking like the fur? Like,
He didn't make that.
The Gandalf hat was like he had this hat and it was like mad tall.
Bro, he did not make that poppin'. Usher made that poppin' first.
Everybody was saying he looked like SpongeBob when he was like, I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm dirty.
yeah, Texas hat.
But like I said, like if he was able to come out with stuff like that, if he didn't do stuff like that,
Fashion.
we would never be able to we wouldn't be in an era where niggas could wear the Astro Boy boots.
Right. And I big people like Pharrell up because he's taking chances on being himself. Whether people like it or not, you know? Like, so people like him, people like Tyler the Creator, just shout out to you guys. And you let people like us know that it's okay to be yourself and push your vision.
That's facts.
You keep pushing your vision, eventually you're going to find people that like it, you know? So, once again, shout out to y'all.
Yo, shout out to Tyler for making it popular to wear fake mustaches in public, bro.
He did not make it popular.
Third.
He did not make it popular.
Hey,
Cordae
I love
did
golf.
that shit too.
Who?
Cordae, he did it like on a performance.
The fake mustache.
Oh yeah, shout out.
We're not doing
Shout
that.
out. Well, he's not
man,
even.
damn,
Why
Cordae.
be Shout out Cordae.
Cordae.
Yo, he was putting up buckets last night. I don't know when this is gonna come out, but the Celebrity All-Star Game. My boy was putting up buckets and then going to sit down and eat pizza on the side.
That nigga Cordae does a lot.
And he has a child on the way.
Right, he does.
He does a lot for the industry, especially like upcoming rappers. Like he does a lot. He don't get the recognition that he deserves, honestly.
I feel like it's partially because of his sound, though. Like, I like his music, don't get me wrong, but I feel like if his goal is to go big, he has to, like, practice on his versatility a little bit.
Yeah.
How would you categorize his sound?
In terms of what?
I feel like he came out.
In terms of, like, style. Like how would you... Like,
He's a lyricist.
he's a lyricist.
I would categorize his music as boom bap. Almost. But he don't got that feel of boom bap. He sounds new. He sounds fresh, but it's like...
He don't.
So did he come out?
It's hard to explain. Like, it sounds boom
It's not
bap.
His
exciting.
his XL class was the mumble rap class, right?
Hell no. That was 2016.
Yeah.
Which class was he?
He was the 20...
He was the one with DaBaby. He was in
2020.
DaBaby's class.
That was 2021 then.
He was with DaBaby's class. But he wasn't in that cipher with DaBaby, but he was
Nah.
in that year's class.
I always thought he was a great lyricist, but I don't really know where to place him in terms of like categorizing his music.
I'm gonna look that
Or
one.
putting his music on a, like if you used to put it on a shelf of different like trap, introspective,
Experimental.
yeah,
Definitely not experimental.
Because you know everybody does experimental once in a while. Like you got Lil Yachty, Tyler, Igor album, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
He hasn't done that yet, but once he finds himself as an artist and he's comfortable with his form, then he can go out and try new things for one album, like The Weeknd and things like that.
That's a good question, though. I don't.
Yeah, that's why I asked you because
Yeah, I
I
don't
feel
know where to
I
put
thought
it.
you.
Yep,
I don't really know what to categorize.
He was in the cipher. He was in the cipher with Blueface and them.
Was it the 20?
It was
20?
2019.
Yeah.
Good shit.
2019.
Ah man, that's crazy. But
he killed it, and he's really talented. I just feel like to captivate and like.
Yep, I was right.
grab
That was the year with
everyone's
DaBaby and Roddy Richmond. Yeah, he came
And
out in a good
You
year.
said DaBaby or Little Baby?
DaBaby.
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 Megan Thee Stallion was in that too.
Yeah. That did
they
you
went
see
bar
her?
for bar.
I'm going back real quick. Did you see her face? So everybody in their cipher was spitting, right? And then DaBaby came in. Now everybody already knew DaBaby from Suge and the way he rapped, and everybody's just like, oh. All right, just think about the freestyle, because over time freestyles have been dying.
Yeah.
And then
He turned
after
into a song
Megan
rapper.
rapped and whatever, because I believe he was the last. Yeah, he was the last person to rap in their cipher.
No, I think he went first.
No, he was last. Because I remember why. Because he rapped for 4 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
For
remember
4 minutes straight. And he went off. And that's when I was like, I like DaBaby as an artist. Because he was
Me
really
too.
going off.
Yeah.
And Megan's face.
His career's
Wow.
coming down.
What
She was looking at him like, I'm gonna have to get this nigga's number.
Right?
You see his face? He was like,
That's OD.
she didn't give him that eye though, bro. You know that eye the girls did, bro.
I
Then
think
they
both of them, well, short guards
Then they
short
made
guards
that
are
shit.
tight.
She was like,
But
gave him
then
that
they-
look. Come on, we could.
I could be right. I
I'm
could be
pulling
wrong.
that footage up.
yeah,
all right?
I want to see.
I could be
Put it in
right.
the clip.
Put it in the clip.
I'm pulling
I
that
could be
footage up.
right. I could be wrong. But I believe after the XL freestyle.
Take fuck?
What's.
I mean, he said it in the
Nah.
song.
He did.
I believe after that, that's when they put out the song together, Cash It.
Oh, yes.
I believe. I could be
Just
wrong.
know
You can fact check me.
They both showed up.
But in that song, like his verse, the way he came in, you know why these bitches love me?
Wow. Wow.
Baby don't give a fuck.
That's exactly that's one of my favorite songs to shoot people up to in GTA.
I'm dead.
That and Frank Ocean. To shoot people up to Frankie. You feel me? But
On to
yeah, moving along. So
Drake's legal matters.
right, so Drake was in legal trouble, guys, and if you didn't know anything about it, you're probably wondering like, what trouble is he in legally? Like,
He
what
was
happened
never
now?
in trouble. He was never in trouble.
That's how I felt. But to be honest, like, I'll give you guys the whole timeline real quick. It's the XXXTentacion trial. You guys know, unfortunately, he was murdered. He was robbed out in Florida. He had
Oh, are they
just
trying to give niggas flack saying that it was Drake?
they're trying to say that Drake ordered a hit because they had a little bit of beef. But it was a one-sided beef, if you ask me. X was basically, when he came out of jail, he was like, listen, Drake, you stole my flow.
Yeah.
Which I feel he did.
How many niggas with your man?
The look at me
I
flow.
hold my dick in my hand.
Yeah.
And then, like, D-Bay just got in their ass.
Hey,
Like,
that was X.
Was that
Yeah.
God Chaser? No, it wasn't God Chaser. What was it?
I feel like
That was with
The one with
Gigs.
Gigs. This is the one with Gigs.
Batman. Da-da-da-da-da. What song
I
is
can't remember
that?
what song it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking.
He did a couple other
kissing my
songs like
teeth.
that too.
Yeah, when I'm kissing my
Right.
teeth. But yeah, the whole flow was literally the same as Look at Me Now.
I feel like it's hard.
Not
to
look at me
call
now,
on
look at me.
flows though. Like flows get repeated all the time.
Yeah, like he,
I don't want to
but-
that. Not for
but
You
that.
should
the
get
con-
flowers. You should
Drake-
get flowers.
Drake
the
got history of
context,
doing
the
stuff like that,
context
though.
of how it happened was X was, from what I remember, X was in the studio,
He heard.
and Drake was also in that studio,
Okay.
and I guess Drake bypassed him as they talked or whatever.
I can't
and then
jack
put it
that.
out.
I
Because
can't
there was a
jack
whole.
that.
He had a
Because
whole
look at me,
fucking-
because
he had a
look at
whole
me,
live about
look
it.
at me
He
was
talked about
old.
it. You could
Look at
find
me
it.
was floating around SoundCloud for years, along with sipping tea in your hood and songs like that. Like the shit that they used to put over with like Naruto AMVs on YouTube. Like, who is this nigga yelling like, "Fuck niggas, fuck chicks"? Like he that Look at Me song Ben was out since then. So Drake probably was scouring how he finds Kodak Black and all of these people first. Block Boy JB, listen to all of these hits.
Yeah.
Get up on it, and if he can't get up on it, he'll like try and copy the flow, imitate the flow if he can, if he likes it. But just moving along. After that, it was a one-sided beef. Drake kind of ignored it, put it to bed. Then he started beefing with the Migos, and he beat all three of them up. And after that,
X.
yeah, XXXTentacion, he beat all three of them up. The footage is on YouTube. And after that, like, it was quiet until, this situation happened. X had a couple of lives where he was like, if anything happened to me, it was Drake's fault. That's the only testimony that they have, though. That's the only testimony
It
that
was
they
Drake.
have.
And he was like, no, I'm kidding.
If anything happened to me, it was
But I might
Drizzy.
not be.
But you gotta remember, back then, he was saying a lot of stuff to troll.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to troll.
That nigga X was smart.
He was smart. The marketing he was doing to get to where he was at, it worked.
Yeah, and then once he got in, that's when he started putting out his.
It's just
his
Drake got to pay for it now in the long run.
inspirational music.
But with the legal matters, you saying that
So basically, it was a deposition for Drake. He had to appear in court, and Drake was just basically like, let the legal team handle it. So they had the notion to have it canceled and thrown out, and they threw it out. Because what ties does he have to that? They have all the people that was involved in that murder / robbery. They have all the people saying that they did it, and the person that they had the littlest of the smallest cut is the person that told on everybody.
I know that I saw like in a clip they were trying to use one of Drake's songs Two of them actually, like it was like lines.
That he was, it was lines that he was like bigging up the fact that he got
him killed. Yeah, Drake talk a lot of tough stuff, and I'm a Drake fan, but I don't feel like he be really doing.
Yeah, I don't think Jimmy.
Nah, he says a lot of subs though.
I don't think Jimmy in a wheelchair.
He's a suburb. He's a suburb.
Jimmy in a wheelchair.
You never know.
He is a suburb, but that's the only thing that they're hanging on to, and it's very, very, very loose. Like those are not even trained.
That's why they had to dismiss. But he put his money to the table, and they had to just let it go.
I agree, man. But it's just a lot of things like that are getting celebrities caught up. Honestly, it's not like the old days where it's like you literally heard about the fight happening. Like the stuff that Chris Brown got to go through to this day. You get what I'm saying?
17 years old.
Yeah, I mean, people make mistakes, but who knows if it was a mistake? They probably was a fight, and Rihanna just lost. We don't know.
No, but we do know. Like they've spoken on it. It was domestic violence on both ends, DV on both ends.
Right.
It's just crazy to me how they could make amends, and cancel culture still pushes this narrative to like try to bury him.
Yeah,
it's
like
really
he's an abuser.
And not to
not taking
that.
away.
Not to excuse that. Like that does happen.
Yeah, it happens.
Is a thing.
Women do get abused, but people do forget that sometimes guys do get abused.
That's well.
And if you abuse somebody to the point that their mental health is just like, yo, I can't take it no more, and they finally fight back, and then you play the victim card. Not saying she played the victim card, but I'm saying it happens.
Yeah.
It
on
happens.
both sides, it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
But where they're both at with it is like. They both forgave each other, so it's like,
society.
why are they still I don't want to say crucified.
Like, he's still
why
hitting
you guys still like holding him out to?
I haven't heard any other cases of Chris Brown hitting somebody.
Mind you, there's other people like what he posted recently that have constant cases where they're abusing their partners and they're not canceled.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's unfortunate.
We know one person that's definitely canceled. That bitch Amber Heard.
Yo,
I feel so bad for Johnny.
Gosh. To see that whole thing unfold and to realize how she was lying for everything and they had stuff recorded of her just
wild.
Just devious. That's the only word I can really think.
Didn't she have a movie lined up and they canceled it?
Yeah, it was Aquaman 2. And they said,
no.
Gave her the boot.
Yeah, man. I was like, yo, Johnny went through a lot in his career and then cleaned himself up and then came back and did what he needed to do. And for you to really like, and he was like, he was fighting for his life basically. Like you could see it. You could see it in our eyes. Just like he was just like, and, she did, and he did not, and I could see it in him. Like he did not want to say the things that he had to say. Like he still had like when you like, she beat me. She hurt me.
It's not funny,
but
it's not. Yeah.
I always think about the R. Kelly in my head fighting for my life.
I don't even know how to talk time.
I need somebody to help me.
We're not justifying
beat my meat.
Yeah, you're not justifying that.
We're not justifying that though. Yeah. But yeah, like you know,
that's terrible for that R. Kelly
you
shit.
Get
bro.
beat
That's
up. You know, you get beat up by your lady, and you still love her, and it's like you're afraid, and you still love her, and it's like I don't want to do this, but I have to do this because I'm not gonna keep getting beat.
Yeah.
And then she just tried to really slander that man's name.
Yeah, and it puts you in a tougher position because whether we like to admit it or not, we are in a society where they're literally gonna believe the woman before the male. So it's like, even if the situation is in your favor, you still have an uphill battle. Because I personally know people where, the situations that's happening where they're actively getting their stuff taken out of their house and they're calling the cops and doing the right thing and nothing's happening in their favor.
Yeah.
And that's what I say is like really big. Like, you know why that is because in history, women were getting killed.
Yeah, it's like, been so much that we've done to women, like as males, you know.
As it's not only males, but the government, society, like laws.
That's facts.
Not too long ago, women were beaten, like they could call the cops, and because that was their husband, the police would mind their business.
Yes.
Right.
So I feel like we need to come as a society and find balance.
It dates back to martial arts because Wing Chun was created because of a woman that was beat by her husband.
Yeah, you right. All right, folks, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for hanging out with us. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, leave a comment. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us what you would like to see. Subscribe to our Instagram. Sign up for our website. You can also listen to our audio on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Amazon Prime, anywhere you can find podcasts, audiobooks. We have them in the audiobooks too, you know. So just remember.
This nigga like chlamydia, he everywhere.
I'm everywhere, boy. We everywhere. Glory versus failure. It's not all about the power.
We gon'
Glory versus failure. There is nothing to it, cause you win some and lose some. Sandra Bullock. Tell me when I'm way too much. When no